As you can see by the title of this video, I did a 5-day water fast. I ended up filming some vlog, I guess, style content on my phone. Just a little disclaimer, I don't have a camera. I still film all of my videos on my phone. I was going to journal my experience just like in my journal here, but I was like, let me just pick up the camera and record. In the next few clips, you guys will see what I was experiencing. Today is currently Saturday, so I fasted up until last night about 10 p.m. I did not do any filming yesterday, but I'll talk about that at the end of the video. I'll do a conclusion on just overall what I've learned, what my experience was, and yeah. So I hope you guys enjoy. All right, day one, morning one of my 5-day water fast. I don't know if I'm going to actually make this into a video or if this is just going to be for my own journey, journaling without journaling, like a video diary. I'm not sure what this is going to be as of yet, but I just know I wanted to document this for myself because this will be my first time doing a water fast. I don't know how this is gonna go. I have already prayed and had conversations with the Lord this morning to just give me strength, considering that I've never done this before. I've always wanted to do a water fast, 3-day, 72-hour type water fast. I just never have. It just never seemed like the right time, or just making excuses because you really don't want to do it, right? I've prayed. I hope the Lord gives me strength. Most fasting I've ever done is kind of like a Daniel fast, or fasting from social media, or fasting from meat, like different things like that. But I want to do an actual water fast, like completely starving my flesh, denying my flesh, really having to tap in with God, really having to pray, really having to just, I know that that's probably what this is going to entail. And I'm just trying to push myself to the limit. God is going to help me. He's going to help me through it. The reason why I'm doing the fast is, again, just because I never have, and I feel like it's important for me as a Christian to do a complete water fast and to really starve my flesh and deny my flesh, because I think that's just going to unlock a different level of my life and my journey. Well, road to raggedy. I think that's just going to unlock a different level of my journey, and I'm really trying to tap in and get deeper with God. I've been going through a lot spiritually. I feel like I'm always going through a lot spiritually. It's just different waves and different levels of the going through. So I just want to dig deeper. I feel like there's something on the horizon and I really need to tap in with God. So that's why I want to do this. I have faith. I know that things are going to work out the way that they should in regards to certain things that are happening behind the scenes in my life right now. It's kind of crazy. It's kind of a lot. And the fact that I'm still able to just smile and still be a happy person, I'm trying my best. I'm trying my best because I just know that things are going to work out the way that they should. I know that God always got my back. I was listening to a video the other day, and the video was like, some people may think that a challenge that God has put on the horizon for them is punishment, when in fact it's really him trying to test you. And it's really just him trying to test you and see, like, do you really have the faith that you say you have? Do you really trust me the way that you say that you trust me? Everything is not a form of punishment. And I think some things that are going on in my life behind the scenes, one may think it's a form of punishment, but I just don't see it that way. I've truly repented. I've truly talked to God. And I just know that it's all going to work out in my favor. I'm just excited. I'm really excited. I just know it's some things on the horizon. So I'm just curious to see what God has in store for me and my family. And I just know that before a great breakthrough. It's going to be some storms, but you just have to stay locked in. You have to stay tuned into your faith and tuned into God, and just really seeking his direction, his understanding, his guidance, and just having patience and knowing that things are going to always work out the way that they should. So I'm excited about this fast. I can't wait to see what it has in store for me. I am going to video diary this water fast every day. I feel like I'm gonna have enough energy to pick up the camera every day and just be able to just record how I'm doing mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally. Today, obviously, I'm feeling great. Emotionally, I'm feeling great. Physically, I feel fine. I'm kind of sad. I'm not gonna be going to the gym, but I don't know. I might pull up some Pilates videos or something on YouTube, depending on my level of strength that I have as the days progress. But I don't want to overexert myself, so we'll see how that goes. Spiritually, I'm feeling hungry. I'm feeling hungry. What did I say? Physically, emotionally, spiritually, mentally. Mentally, I feel like I can do it. I feel like I can do it because I know that I have God with me, and I know that I just have to ask for his help and just really lean on him. So mentally, I'm feeling like I'm gonna make it. Anyways, peace and blessings. So it is the evening. It's about 4:00 p.m. Day one. I'm doing okay. Mentally, I want to eat, right? Because it's 4:00. I would have normally had breakfast, lunch, and a snack by now. Um, so yeah, I'm hungry, but it's more of a mental. I don't necessarily feel hunger pains just yet. As you can see, I'm currently in my kitchen cooking for my husband and my son. So yeah, I'm doing a little bit of meal prepping that I didn't get to do this weekend for them. I'm doing it now. And my husband offered to do it himself, but I had already started by the time he texted me and offered. So I said, whatever, I'll just go ahead and finish. I haven't nibbled on anything, even though those pineapples were kind of promising. Um, I'm staying strong. I'm actually listening to some gospel music right now, but I was just like, let me pick up the camera and just do a little snippet. Honestly, I'm trying to keep busy to ignore the fact that I haven't eaten all day. So I'm staying busy. I'm gonna finish what I'm doing here in the kitchen, and then I am gonna straighten up the house a little bit and probably just sit down for the rest of the evening, read my Bible and read my book. I don't know if I mentioned this in the first clip, but I'm also not doing any social media for the next 5 days. So no social media. Normally, I don't fast from YouTube. I will allow YouTube to be my one thing that I get to like kind of indulge in a little bit. But I'm skipping YouTube. So no TikTok, no Instagram, no YouTube, no social media, no watching TV. Everything is pretty much connecting with God or just being in my own thoughts, reading my Bible or reading a book. I'm not doing anything really too much outside of that other than like household chores and stuff like that. I did some gardening today, so that was nice to just get out in the sun for a little bit, even though it was burning my back. Um, but yeah, that's all I have for now. I'm about to get back to what I was doing with this cooking and trying to get the rest of my little cooking done for them so that I can go sit down for the rest of my day. So I'll see y'all tomorrow morning and let you know how I'm doing. Good morning, good morning, good morning. The lighting in this room sucks. So never mind it. This is my office. I'm currently at work. This is day 2, morning 2 of my 5-day water fast. I'm hanging in there. God is good. It is still more mental for me. I'm just used to eating. I'm like, dang, I want a snack. Give me something, a little fruit, anything. But yeah, no complaints. God is good. I prayed this morning how I normally do, had my talk with God. And things are going good. I prayed and asked him for the strength, and I can say that he's given me the strength. I'm being tested mentally as far as having to deny my flesh. So that's just a name of the game. Last night I ended up going to bed because my head started to hurt. So I was like, you know what, let me just go ahead and wind it down. I took me a good shower and I was starting to feel exhausted, just like physically. So I said, yeah, let me just get in the bed. So did that, woke up this morning. I feel refreshed and renewed this morning. I was having a praise and worship session on the way to work and I had to stop because I feel like I was using energy that I didn't need to be using, overexerting myself. So I'm here now, just chilling. It's always really an easy day at work. I'm grateful for my job. I don't really have to do anything too strenuous. So talking to people and just doing things definitely helps the time pass by quicker. So that's nice. Oh, and I forgot to mention, I had a bit of a revelation this morning. In so many words, basically something that I wanted to do a year ago, I didn't end up doing. And now it's pretty much about to happen. And I just felt God telling me, you weren't ready for it then, but you're ready for it now. And I was chuckling. I was like, you know what you're doing, Lord, because I wasn't ready then. I wasn't able, or I wasn't leaning on him as much as I am now then. Anyways, that's all I got on here to tell y'all. Good morning, good morning, good morning, family. It is day 3, morning 3 of my 5-day water fast. My energy levels are always high in the morning, especially since I've been actually going to sleep at a decent time, because by the end of the day, I'm like, okay, somebody get me in the bed. I'm doing good so far. I have really asked God to kind of take the thought of food away from me. I'm still not feeling any hunger pains, y'all, which is crazy. I'm not feeling hungry. I know I need to eat, or I could eat. Not I need to eat, I could eat, but I'm not necessarily feeling hungry physically, which is crazy. Now I've just kind of prayed to God that he just removes me thinking about food, because y'all, I have planned out what I'm going to eat this weekend. God is good. God is so good. I'm telling you. The fact that I've been able to really go through, this is my 3rd day now, I feel like my mood and my attitude hasn't changed. I'm still like upbeat, bubbly, bright. That's just naturally my personality. I naturally just have a lot of energy. I thought my patience was gonna be kind of thin, but if anything, I feel like my patience has gotten better. I feel like I've improved certain things over the course of the last 2 days, and I'm just feeling good. Now, this morning I woke up, I felt good, and I was reading this book. But then when I went to get dressed, I was feeling a little weak. I'm not even gonna hold y'all. I was feeling a little weak. I really kind of have been moving in slow motion. Not literally like slow motion, but just, I normally kind of walk a little fast. I kind of do things a little fast, but I've kind of slowed down my walking pace, try not to do too much. But yeah, this morning I was like, ooh, let me sit down. Let me sit down for a second, give me a little sip of water. God is truly amazing, y'all. If you don't believe in God, I pray that one day you do. That's all I can really say. I pray that one day you do. I can't sit here and force God down your throat, but I just pray that one day your eyes are opened. I was actually having a dental issue. I'm just going ahead and share this quick testimony just to show y'all how good God is. I woke up and it almost looked like an abscess on one of my gums, but it on one of my gums. I only have. Okay. Anyways, it looked to be almost to me like an abscess. It was pretty big. It was pretty swollen. It hurt really bad. It was hurting. It hurt for me to chew. It hurt for me to swallow. It hurt for me to spit, because obviously I had to still brush my teeth. All of those things were hurting me. And I was like, man, what the heck is going on? Because I don't even know how this has happened. Let me schedule a dentist appointment. So this was on a Sunday, so obviously the dental offices are closed. I scheduled an appointment for Monday. Y'all, the pain was just ridiculous. The whole side of my face was hurting. My lymph nodes were sore, and I could tell they were like swollen and they were hurting. And the pain had got so bad that I told my husband let's go ahead and go to Walmart and get some ibuprofen and some pain medicine, just so I can at least make it through the rest of the day. Y'all, when this man went into Walmart, I sat there and I held my face and I spoke to my pain and I just prayed over it, and I just said, Lord, like, please heal me of this. I don't know what's going on, but I need to be healed from this. The pain is crazy. Please take the pain away. Praying over my face and really like praying over my, my dental issue, and really like holding the area. It was over here that I was having the issue. So I was literally holding the area, praying to it and everything. Do y'all know my dentist appointment was scheduled for the next day, 24 hours later? Do y'all know within those 24 hours, the Lord literally healed me? I know that probably sounds crazy, and they're like, girl, what? Whatever. No, the Lord literally healed me. The swelling went away. The pain went away. It was crazy. It was mind-blowing. I was sitting there in shock, and I was like, I have to tell somebody. So I told my husband and my best friend. I was like, y'all, the Lord done a miracle on me. He done did a miracle on your girl. I feel loved. I feel blessed. I feel thankful, because I literally woke up on Sunday morning with, I don't even know, it popped up overnight. So I still went to the dentist, because am I tripping? There's gotta be something going on, because how does this I don't really know any dental issues to just happen, pop up, and then just go away like that. So I still went to the dentist. They said nothing. They showed me the x-rays. There's nothing going on in there. I was like, it's no infection. Like, I'm trying to find something. Like, something has to be happening behind the scenes. And they're like, no, it's no infection. It looks great. It's no problems. Wow. Okay, God, I see you. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. I thought that was amazing. I'm still kind of shocked, to be honest, but listen, God can do exceedingly abundantly above all, baby, and he be showing out. Okay, he will show out for his children. So y'all, just lean on him. Lean on him for the things that you think you can't even lean on him for, and just allow him to do some great things in your life. Now, that's not saying go to God and just be asking for everything. Always go into prayer with just a heart of thanksgiving, and just being thankful and grateful for the things that you do have. I'm just feeling blessed. I'm feeling blessed on a whole nother level. I feel amazing spiritually and mentally. And that's all that I could ever ask for. I'm really realizing, I do want to point this out. I'm really realizing with the whole fasting and really starving your flesh, how much we really just be out here eating just to eat, or because we've been programmed and trained to think, you're supposed to eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and 3 snacks in between. And if you're gonna eat 3 meals and 3 snacks, they need to be small portion sizes. Everybody is just so overweight, and it's so unnecessary. We just sit and eat, and it's not even always the eating, it's the portion sizes. We eat too much food. Our stomachs are only this big, and we're eating pounds. Have y'all ever really felt a plate of food when you go out to certain restaurants? Because certain restaurants, they be pricey, and they don't give you very much food, right? But certain restaurants, good Mexican food, some good soul food. Feel how heavy that plate is. Do you really need to put all of that food in your body? Cut the plate. Because don't get me wrong, I love going to a restaurant that's not afraid to share, and give me some extra food. But I'm gonna cut that up. Cut that down into maybe eating half of the food and taking the rest to go, or eating a third of the food and taking the rest to go, and making it into, more meals, because we eat too much. Like, we eat way too much. A lot of Americans live a very like sedentary lifestyle. We eat and then we just sit down and watch TV, or we eat and then we go to bed immediately after. First of all, you should try to eat hours before you go to bed. At least eat 2 hours. This camera is so shaky, but I hope y'all are hearing what I'm saying. At least try to eat 2 hours before you go to bed. Don't lay down right after you eat. Get up. Go for a walk in the neighborhood after dinner. We gotta do better. We gotta do better as a whole. I'm speaking outside of the point of our fast is to, like, really get closer to God and to starve our flesh and things like that. But my mind is just thinking about so many different things during this time, and I think that is very important. I feel like I'm talking a lot, but there was a show one time that I watched. I don't know if it's still on Netflix, but it was called Live to 100. And basically it was a guy that went around the world, and he did a documentary where he went to different parts of some places in the US and some places, foreign. And he went to the communities that had the largest populations of people over 100 years old. And y'all, all of them were active. They were all active. They all ate a certain kind of way. But mostly it was the eating, and it was the staying active, and it was being around family. That was like the commonalities that I noticed from all of them. Yeah. I'm gonna stop rambling and continue my drive and listen to my sermon. But I love y'all. So I've excuse me, I've decided to pick up the camera for a hot second because, let me see, I'm trying to move to where I don't have any of my work stuff in the background. Yeah, you guys, today it's getting a little rough. I'm hungry. Like, now I'm hungry. I smell food because the office that I'm in is right next to the staff break room. So it's about 12:30 right now, so I'm smelling the aromas and I just want to eat. I just put on another sermon, but I actually brought my personal laptop to work, so I'm gonna do a little bit of editing of a video just to kind of keep me distracted. I've read my Bible, I've prayed, so I guess it's not too bad, but I definitely just want to nibble on something. I forgot to mention, I had a dream that I had eaten a tortilla chip on accident, and I was sliding down the wall in the dream, being dramatic. But I just wanted to come and update. I am just trying to really tap into God right now and just praying. So yeah, I want some food, but it's okay. I don't know how to explain it. If you've done a water fast before, maybe you understand what I'm saying right now. I'm not having any hunger pains. My stomach growled maybe like once. So yeah, thugging it out, talking to the Lord, asking him for the strength, and that's all I can do. So I don't know if I'll talk to y'all later in the morning, but I'll talk to y'all soon. So never mind my hair right now. I put it up in 2 pigtails once I get home to preserve my curls when I'm laying down. My energy levels are getting lower, but mentally I feel very strong. Physically it's still more of a I want to eat, but I'm not necessarily hungry, which is crazy to me. But yeah, God is really showing me how much strength I have by leaning on him and having faith in him. So I'm gonna just continue to lean in and lock in on God throughout this journey. I wouldn't have the mental fortitude that I have if it weren't, oh my goodness, if it weren't for him. So I'm just so thankful and I'm so blessed. with Christ, I can do all things. And I'm not just saying that to say that, I really truly feel that way. So I'm approaching the 48-hour left mark. And I mean, if I could make it 3 days, I could make it another two, right? That should be nothing. I mean, it's probably gonna be a little hard because it's starting to get hard. And I don't know. I'm feeling like I'm being broken in a way. Like I'm being broken physically. Not that I'm sad, I just feel like I'm being broken. Like God wants me to dig deep, and I'm digging. And I'm leaning on him. So that is all. I just wanted to come and give a evening update. I'll be back in the morning. My energy levels normally start to deplete around this time, and then um once I like go to bed, have a good night's rest, I usually wake up and I feel good. So the top of the morning, my energy levels are usually good, but as the day progresses, they start to dwindle. So the next 2 days at work are probably going to be a little bit busier than I have been these last 3 days. So eh, I hope that works out in my favor and I'm not overexerting myself. But yeah, my husband just air fried my son some fries, and I went outside to water my garden and give my plants some food and all that good stuff. And I walked back in, and the fries were done, and the aroma of some fresh cooked fries. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I am being tested because I went to open them just to make sure they were cooked all the way. They're outside right now, so I went to check on the fries. The way I wanted to just one little, but it's all good. It's all good. Um, yeah. I will talk to y'all in the morning because it's about 7:15. I'm about to go wind it down for the evening. I'm probably about to go read and pray and go to bed. I'm not gonna lie, I haven't taken this many naps in so long, but I need it, especially since I'm not doing social media or anything. And like the time, it seems like time is going so slow. I don't really miss social media that much, but I fasted many times from social media, so that part isn't difficult. It would probably be a lot easier if I could just turn on the TV, because we can easily get lost in watching TV, right? And that just pass by the time. So it's definitely making me think about how I spend my time. I feel like I'm like kind of productive. Like I'm productive in the grand scheme of things, but we all fall into the trap of or I fall into the trap of scrolling on social media, watching TV. I lie. I don't really watch that much TV. YouTube, though, I definitely be on YouTube a lot, watching podcasts and stuff like that. Not really so much TV, but I'll definitely scroll here and there on social medias. There are some other things going on behind the scenes that I'm really having to pray about, deeply, deeply pray about. But I just know that everything is going to work out. I don't feel stressed at all. I don't feel worried at all. The old me would have definitely felt a whole lot of fear, a whole lot of stress and worry, but I've just seen God work things out for me, even if it isn't in the way that I want, or if it's in a way, that I don't see or that's rough or whatever. He still always works it out. So what more can I do than to be thankful and grateful that I serve an amazing God? And yeah, there's nothing that I could ever do to repay God. So this fast is just showing them that I have the power and the willpower to, one, steward my flesh properly and not feel like I have to succumb to every fleshly desire. I don't have to do that. And I'm realizing that now, just even in the small ways, in the grand scheme of things, small and big ways, I don't have to succumb to my flesh. So yeah. What is this? Day 3, night 3. I'm closing out. I'll see y'all in the AM, baby. Hey, hey, hey. It is day 4, morning 4. I'm actually on my way home from work. I got finished up early. Surprisingly, I thought it was going to be a long day, but the Lord works in mysterious ways. So I am actually on the way home. Man, I was down bad this morning. I just felt so weak. Oh my gosh, I felt so weak. And I just, had to continue to lean on the Lord, ask for his strength. I don't know what's happened. I feel like he's giving me like a rush of adrenaline because I feel really good right now physically. I don't really feel tired at all. I don't feel weak at all. I feel good. I haven't been doing much, obviously, keeping it kind of low maintenance, slow motion. This fast is really showing me that I'm having to really ask for a different level of like strength and faith and stuff right now. But I want to keep that up even after I start eating again. I still want to seek God every single day for the level of strength that he has given me on today. Because if I can do what I can do with no food on my stomach and low energy levels, imagine the things I can do with a little food on my belly, just asking for his grace and his mercy every day and the strength every day to do what it is that he needs to do. All right, family. So you guys made it. You guys pretty much just watched Monday through Thursday of my fast. I did not film yesterday, which was Friday. The morning was busy. My son was in the car with me. I was like, you know what? Not today or not right now. And then later on in the day, I was just ready to get off work, get out, do some things, enjoy the day. It was really pretty outside. Um, and then I just came home and kind of chilled. I was like, I will record tomorrow. So here we are. It is now Saturday morning. So I ended my fast last night at 10 p.m. And you guys, um, I ate dinner with my husband. He bought dinner. And I just want to throw this out there. I had a friend of mine that did a dry fast for 3 days this previous weekend. And she warned me yesterday because I was like, oh, I'm so excited to eat dinner. And she warned me yesterday. She was like, you're going to be so unenthused after you eat. And let me just tell you something. I understood what she said. That first bite felt like, like this is great. I'm so excited. And really too, I started off with the wrong meal. To not eat for 5 days and then jump into a pasta meal with bread and pasta and fried calamari and stuff like that. I shouldn't have done that. But I was just so excited. I was like, oh, I'm craving some pasta. I want some pasta. I'm gonna eat some pasta. Yeah, okay. Well, I shouldn't have done that. Yes, the food was decent. It wasn't the best I ever had, but it was still like satisfying, right? But first of all, I was eating way too fast because I was so hungry. I just want to eat. I don't normally eat fast, so I slowed down, and my stomach started to hurt a little bit. Maybe I am doing a little too much. I started to feel guilty. I started to feel so guilty during my fast. I just felt like I heard the voice of God more clear. I'm like, dang, I'm sitting here eating. Like, am I not going to hear God as like clearly as I have been, hearing him? Like, I truly started to feel like that. I took a few more bites so slowly. It took me a while. My food had pretty much gotten cold at that point. And then I was like, you know what? I'm done. I'm done. And that within itself was kind of like a little revelation. Like, yeah, my friend had already warned me, like, and we had a whole conversation about it because she related it to sin. I really got to think and I was pondering over what she said because a lot of times we are so excited to like sin and do things we have no business doing. And at the end, it's like, that really wasn't all that exciting. Let's just say drinking, for example, getting drunk. Yeah, it's fun in the moment, but the next day you're like feeling bad, hungover, can't do much. At least at this big age, the older you get, the harder those hangovers get. Just FYI, they said it and it's true. Okay, if you've heard somebody say that, it is true. It started to feel like that next day hangover where it's just not as exciting and as fun as you thought it was going to be. Just what I've learned throughout this journey of doing this water fast. This was my first time ever doing one. I should have been doing one. As Christians, we are called to fast, you guys. So if you've never done some type of fast, definitely pray about it. Ask God to put it on your heart what kind of fast you should do. A real fast is not just abstaining from social media. No, a real fast is taking the food off your plate. So I encourage everyone to pray about it. 1 day, 3 day, 5 day, 7 day, water fast, dry fast, whatever God puts it on your heart to do, go ahead and do it. Because I had so much revelation and my eyes open to so much. It definitely felt like my vision was clearer, like I was sharper mentally. I didn't kind of jump to the end. So let's go back to the beginning. God had already been putting it on my heart to fast. So I really kind of just been planning it out in my schedule. I know that sounds crazy, but thing is, guys, I didn't want to just hop into it and then feel like I had to stop because I was overexerted or something was going on, like medical wise. So I was kind of nervous, honestly. So I wanted to wait until I knew I didn't really have that much to do. So it was put on my heart to read the book of Esther. And if you've read the book of Esther before, you know that it is a short book. It is small, but it is very mighty in the story of it all and the overall theme that God is trying to get you to understand. So I ended up reading Esther. I'm just going to try to shorten it the best I can. So basically, there was King Xerxes that was in rule, the king at the time. He had a wife, but basically she embarrassed him. And he decided to leave all that behind and make Esther his new queen, which was a young, hot little lady, to say the least, right? That's what I'm gathering in my mind from reading this book. Fast forward, Hamas had planned to kill all the Jews. Esther is a Jew. Mordecai, which is Esther's family, comes and it's like, basically, you have to save us. Like, you have to tell the king. Yeah. So Esther, back in this time, it says that you aren't just to, especially as a woman, you aren't just to approach the king, right? So she told them, she was like, I don't know. Basically, if she goes to try to do this and he's displeased with her, like, it could be a death sentence for her. So he was like, Mordecai pleaded with her, like, you have to help save us. You can't think that they're gonna, basically take all the Jews out and then not take you out as well. So she ended up telling them to fast. They did in the book of Esther a 3-day fast. A dry fast is what I'm kind of gathering from reading it. No food, no drink, no nothing. That's a dry fast. Not even water. So they fasted. And then Esther came up with this plot and this plan to eventually try to take Hamas out. And everything was working in their favor. During their fast, there was a night that King Xerxes couldn't sleep and he wanted to read historical documents, which is totally and completely random. Who's going to just want to go basically read some historical documents of your time during rule? But, we all know King Xerxes was kind of full of himself. What he ended up stumbling upon was that Mordecai had actually saved him at one point during his reign, saved him from being taken out from, you know. And Mordecai had never been acknowledged for this. Nobody had ever, even told him good job, thank you, nothing. He got no acknowledgement, no praise for what he did. So King Xerxes wanted to show his appreciation, but at this time, Hamas had come to the king, was trying to talk to the king, and all of that. I'm trying to find where it says it. Hold on. It's not that many books, you guys. I should be able to find this easily. Okay, so I found it. So it's Esther 6:6 when Haman had entered the courts of the kingdom. The king had asked him, what should be done for the man that the king delights to honor? Now, Haman thought he couldn't be talking about nobody but me as the person that he would want to honor. So he gave him this grandiose thing, a horse and a robe and all of this, right? And then the king has said, okay, so Haman, go out and do all of these things for Mordecai. I know he's probably shook, like, Mordecai, like, this is my enemy. What do you mean, Mordecai? When he really low key plotting to take Mordecai out. So all of that happened, but in the meanwhile, Esther had been plotting her little secret plan for this banquet where she was going to eventually tell the king what Hamas was trying to do, which was take them all out. And of course, Esther's a Jew. So with taking all of the Jews out, Esther is included in that. And Esther had basically become like the love of King Xerxes. He was in love with her. He would do anything for her, basically, is kind of what I was gathering from reading. So he was like, what? Like, okay, Esther, like, what do you want? Whatever. So, she basically gave her request. And long story short, Hamas ended up being impaled on the same pole that he had set up for Mordecai. And I'm skipping all over because you're going to have to read the book of Esther for yourself because that's not the overall. I just wanted to give an account of the fact that, first of all, what are the odds that King Xerxes would be reading historical chronicles on his reign and find out that Mordecai actually saved his life at one point? The point of it is you never know how God is working in your life behind the scenes to save you and help you. So it's important to keep your faith. It's important to just always stay locked in, keep your eyes on the Lord, right? Because you just never know. Esther had risked everything because she trusted in God. She could have lost her whole life, but she trusted in God so much that she knew that things were going to work out in her favor. And that is something that I and many others are really having to tap into a different level of faith lately, because sometimes it just seems like things are going wrong. What is happening? Nothing is happening right now. God, where are you? But He is always behind the scenes working for you. And you will always come out victorious. And even in your struggles, He'll never leave you, right? He'll never leave you. He'll never forsake you. I just thought that was so great. I just thought the whole story, I feel like I was reading it again for the first time. You never know who or what God is going to use to make a way in your life. So treat everybody with kindness. Never underestimate anybody because you never know how tapped in they are with God. I know I can do it. I know I can make it with the help of God. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. I really believe that now. I don't just say that now. I truly mean it because I couldn't have made it through this fast without God, right? The days were cool, but the days were long. I had to come to God every single day asking for the strength for that day. I'm focused on today, God. I need you to give me the strength that I need for today. During this time, I felt myself get stronger mentally because of God. A lot of times, let's just say when I was eating, right? Last week, for example, if I want a snack and my flesh is like, no, I want that snack, I'm like, whatever, I'm just having a snack. Whereas now fasting, if my flesh is asking me to do something, calling me to do something, I can't. I literally can't because I made a promise that I was going to do this fast for God and show him that I can really turn down my flesh. I'm honoring God with this. I'm trying to show him this body that you gave me, I can control it. We're not supposed to be led by our flesh. It was really important for me to do that for God because he's done so much for me. What is 5 days of not eating for real? He died for me. 5 days of not eating, I'm not going to die. But I can show my love for God by turning down my plate and fasting. When you really start to lean and trust in God, it just gives you a mental fortitude and just mental clarity like no other. I gained mental clarity like no other during this fast. So, like I said before, I definitely recommend that you guys pray. Ask God to put it on your heart what it is that you need to fast and or how long it is that you need to fast. No food. Just ask him to speak to you during those times every day. Just what do you want? Place on my heart what I need to know for today, God. Give me the strength for today, God. And just watch him make a way in your life. Fasting definitely develops more of that personal relationship with God because you're really having to talk to him during those moments when you are feeling weak, when you are feeling like, man, I might not make it till later. I'm hungry now. It was so good. It was so, so good. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you do have any questions or anything, please feel free to reach out to your girl. And yeah, let's chat. I love you all. I will see you the next time. Peace.